The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
This is Emsolation.
Hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Russiano. I'm a writer. I feel really self-conscious. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain and a podcaster. And together with my best friend since I was 11, award-winning screenwriter, Mr. Michael Lucas, I bring you this podcast every week. Another one of my best friends joins us as special co-host, Joel Creasey.
Hello, and I love both your shirts.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. Hi, gay.
I love both your shirts, and I know my shirt has a dirty mark on it, but this is my favourite shirt.
Why? What is it?
I don't know why. It's comfortable.
No, I get it. I have
it's a
one
very
like
good
that.
colour too.
It sort of says like, I'm going to tell stories, and it kind of covers everything. And it's got a
on
mark
brand.
that doesn't come out, and I really like that mark.
And if I know you, you won't remember where you got it.
Of course not. I actually think the shirt belongs to Jack, and it was one that I've just adopted,
Yeah.
and now it ends up in my side of the cupboard.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
miscellaneous stains are my favourite type of stains. Is it blood? Is it chocolate? Is it shit? Who can
I
say?
know. Let's not do a test on it, please.
No blue light on my clothes. Joel, thank you very much for being here. Michael
you.
and I were lucky enough to see your show on Saturday night.
Not only that, can I just say, you are two friends that actually bought tickets to come and see my show because in entertainment, not many friends buy tickets. They text you and they're like, so do you close to, like, that? You know all the different like little
Yes.
tropes that they use.
Yeah.
Do you close tonight? Oh, I hear you're sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to come in tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how much longer left? All of those tricks.
Yeah.
But you bought tickets and came on the first Saturday. Thank you.
Well,
Of
Amelia
course.
bought the tickets.
No.
I don't want to be clear.
Amelia's rich.
Amelia is
She's
not rich.
loaded.
Joel is rich. You are. Okay, let's look at the shoes. Prada Milano. Best not look at the... I shouldn't
look at
say
the
that when I'm
stain.
wearing my shoes. My shoes aren't cheap either.
Oh,
no,
they're cute.
they are very beautiful. No, I know what it's like. And also, I usually get text messages on the day from, like, say, Joel Creasey asking if they can come to the show.
Yes, yeah, I know. I am that person.
You are
Yeah.
a Monty for, babes, I didn't realise it was tonight.
Yes.
I'll be there. I'm like, okay, guys, 2 seats for Joel, the show that's been sold out for 6 months. I think now I just preemptively leave 2 seats for you and Jack
Thank you
aside.
very
No, I just do.
much.
I'm pretty sure there's always the usual Joel on the ticket list.
Well, because there's not many people I go and like.
You don't.
Like, I love performing
Yes.
stand-up comedy. I don't enjoy. I enjoy watching it, but I don't enjoy very many.
Same.
Yes.
But I love you.
And I love you.
Yeah,
and also, often in Em's shows, there is a chance for you to perform. Normally,
100%,
if the topic
yes.
of Wicked comes up
Yes.
and you're ready, glass of wine in hand,
Yes.
toast to
No,
hand.
In a show years and years and years ago, you married me and my ex.
I did.
That didn't work out well.
Don't let the sun go down on Steve.
That's right.
Tonight your sun will go down on Steve.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, remember when we used to reword
I know.
before you got into originals?
Oh, don't worry. We'll go
I
back.
can't hear that song any other way now.
Tonight your sun will go down on Steve.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't lie, there'll probably be no grandchild.
That was staple.
Maybe one with a lesbian. Yeah, it was a good song.
It was a great bit.
I married so many men.
Yes. They've worked out well.
Well, not that one. Which ex? Jeffrey? Oh.
Yeah.
He was on a podcast I listened to the other day. I felt disloyal to you.
Really? Oh, no, he's great. We get on really well.
Really?
Yeah,
It
genuinely.
didn't sound great. Sounds like his boyfriend's doing a bit better than him.
Oh, I thought you meant he was like bitching about me. I'm like, you
Oh, no,
remember?
no.
Yeah, his husband.
Yes.
His husband is doing really well. He was in Morning Wars, or what do we call it?
Yeah, he
here?
was
The
in Morning Wars,
show,
the morning show, yes. Also, is he the one, I was telling the story about how Shaka Khan's murderous son trapped you in an Airbnb.
Yes, that was my show last year.
Is that the ex
The ex, after breaking up with him, I went back to LA and stayed in Shaka Khan's murderer son's Airbnb.
But you were locked in the bedroom.
Locked in the bedroom.
And he wouldn't leave.
Yeah, and weed in an urn
pot.
that I believe Shaka
Ashes.
Khan's granddad.
Ashes?
Ashes are
Okay,
yeah.
right. No, Shaka
Wait.
Khan's still very much alive.
Hang
Sorry.
on a minute. I just feel like... Just tell that story.
Well, basically,
I've referenced Joel being held hostage by Shaka Khan's son at least 10 times
Some context would be
brilliant.
good.
in the last year.
Fabulous. So I hired an Airbnb thinking this lady was going to come and take me into her lovely West Hollywood Airbnb. And an hour later, this guy arrived. He offered me a drink because he was still cleaning up. And I was like, oh, I wouldn't normally do that. But I was feeling lonely. I was back in LA for the first time post-breakup. And then he put on some Shaka Khan and was dancing around and kept going like, mother. And I thought he was just being gay.
Yeah.
And then he said he was going to stay the night. And I was like, this is a one-bedroom apartment. And so I locked myself in the bedroom and then weed in an urn in the corner of the room, which turns out was holding some ashes that are, very important to the Khan family. And then while I was in the bedroom, he cranked the Shaka Khan up even louder and was like, mother, out there. And there was no ensuite, so that's why I had to wee in the urn.
Yeah.
Woke up the next day, he was gone. And then I was like, that's a crazy story. I'm going to tell that on stage. And then when I Googled about him, I found out he was done for like murder and facing murder charges.
Oh, my God.
I know. What a story.
I'm lucky to be here.
Yeah,
But
clearly.
also, of course, the most homosexual way Joel could have gone
That's
out.
right.
If
The
you
most-
were to.
I know.
Shaka Khan's son.
I know.
Held to, I mean, you
It
know.
would have been an amazing
It's an
obituary.
amazing-
He was saying mother, literally, because
Yeah.
it's his mother.
Yeah.
Not to be gay.
I love it. In your current show, you do mention how you want your funeral to go.
In detail.
Yes.
In detail.
In infinite detail. And M's in it. I want M singing me down the aisle to For Good.
With Ricky Lee.
With Ricky Lee. And I say that's the one bit I want to be awake for, with them arguing over who gets what part.
It's true. I would sing the Glinda bit because Ricky has the range to do Elphaba. I do not. Yeah.
Really?
But then I had to tell Joel about the time Ricky Lee stopped a fight between Daniel Bell and I because I said to Chanel Cole as I walked into the dressing room as she was spraying her legs with a tiny can of Sally Hansen tan in a can, babe, you're going to need more than one can. And then she turns around and says, are you calling me fat? And I said, no, I just mean you're going to need more cans because they're very small. And then
I made my way around a Sally Hansen can in a can.
I did. And so I left the change room thinking nothing of it. Ricky and I were sitting there getting ready for our Canberra show on the Australian Idol 2005 tour, which Michael Chugg is still paying back to this day. Daniel Bell storms in, did you call Chanel fat?
Oh, because they were together,
Yes.
weren't they?
They were
Okay,
together.
of course. How could I
I said,
forget?
I did not. And also, I'm not speaking to someone who thought it was okay to wear tracksuit pants on the disco week of Australian
No,
Idol. And
how
I got
rude.
sent home.
Yes.
So then he's like,
Oh, that's
launches
right. That was
me.
the Pauline week,
Pauline
wasn't
Hanson.
it?
It was hectic. And then that night, him and Chanel refused to sing the group number. Going to have a good time tonight. Rock and roll music going to play all night.
Because they were feeling so aggrieved about this incident. Oh, my
So
God.
Canberra missed out on the full Idol experience.
I know. Poor
Canberra, has Canberra recovered?
No.
No.
And Sally Hansen tan and can sales have plummeted ever since.
Have they? Can you still get it, Sally Hansen?
You
Tan and
can. I believe you can.
Can you buy
good
them
to
in
know.
bigger sizes now?
The colour is cultural appropriation. That's what I would describe the
Very
colour.
different time in the 2000s. We were fine with that.
Oh,
Then.
it's great.
Yeah, it was. You were one layer away from it. Yeah. Just depending
But
how
an
close you stood
important
to the
layer.
can. No, that was. I really enjoyed your show this year because oftentimes it's celebrity recaps.
Yes.
But this was very personal.
It really was.
I love it because I know you very well and there are certain aspects of you that I wish the public knew more about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know how it's kind of formed this way, but I'm really enjoying doing it because it's still got like the punchiness, so very much up top. But then, I do take the audience through a much more, sincere part of me, and it ends on, a high note.
Oh, you still get your celebrities, let's just be clear.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
big
Ruby
time.
Rose
That's where M comes in
spectacular.
again.
Wow,
Yes.
celebrity is a tough word there.
Yeah.
But sure, yeah.
But you have to come to hear that story because that
I
was
forgot that happened.
pop culture moment.
I genuinely forgot about the moment. Joel tells a story. I'm not going to give it away, but he tells a story about a night out he and I had with two celebrities
Yes.
that I had
that ended up as
made
strippers.
national headlines.
National headlines.
You
It
can
was
say the
huge.
names, can't you? Or do you not want to spoil
No,
anything?
don't spoil it.
Okay.
But I think. Wait, are you happy to say the names? Nah. It's funnier on stage.
No, come along.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're trying to sell tickets.
Yeah.
They're really good. And it also sits in that perfect place where it's like, what? And then you remember it. If you're me,
that's right.
you remember
But
it.
I'd forgotten it.
That's wild.
I was
But
sitting
you
there-
were the best behaved on the night.
I was, but also I remember the frantic text messages from you about the incident.
Yeah.
And then I remember how I was worried about being pinged for being where we were at the strippers. But I've forgotten about the fight between the two people we were with
Yes.
and what one of them did.
Yeah.
Forgot.
But then, once you come to the show and hear it, you can go in
Google it.
Google a wormhole.
It was
about
wild.
It was wild.
Well done.
And they were two of the biggest celebrities
At the
in
time.
the country.
And
at the time.
also, it does, can I just say it involves social media as well? There's an aspect to it.
Yeah.
And it also was in the sort of relatively, the days where I don't think we quite cottoned on that something that happens on social media can be front page news if
Yeah.
it lands in the right way. And I
It was-
remember,
yeah,
and it
you're so
really
right.
was.
It
Oh, it was
really
brutal.
was.
Imagine doing that now, though. Like, part of me would find that thrilling. Just pick, like there's a few people I can think of that I would like to say that about
Yeah, oh, totally.
publicly.
Yeah.
Like, I can think of.
More than a few, I'd say.
I can think of
think we'd be
one.
in the double digits.
Yeah. I'd actually struggle to think of people I
Don't want
wouldn't
to. Oh my God. No, but that bit, there's so many bits in the show. It's just, I always say this, it's like watching an Olympic athlete do their event.
Oh, thanks.
No, it
That's
is.
so nice.
Because you just feel at ease as soon as you sit down. Because with comedy
Yeah.
especially, you
Yeah, I know
do
what you
feel
mean.
anxious for the performer and you
Yeah.
want to laugh, but you're not sure. But with you, it's just like gently.
Good hands.
Yeah.
Well, so I always do that housekeeping up the top as well, saying I'm not going to talk to
loved
the
it.
crowd.
Loved
I'm not
it.
going to you can go to the bar, you can do what you want. I'm not going to bother you. Just don't bother me.
Yeah.
I've got a job to do. But also I'm one of those performers that I just really believe, unless your crowd work is so good, and there are some that do it so
I mean,
well.
all I do is crowd work. So
yeah. Oh, no, please.
I do a bit of crowd work.
Please.
You also do massive production numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine.
I
You're
yell at
A
fine.
few
people.
other aspects to the performance.
Some people do only crowd
I
work, and I'm like, you've paid money.
Yeah, no.
Make me work for the next hour.
Yes.
I am happy to work for the next hour. If that's all I'm working today,
Yeah.
I've got it pretty sweet.
And there
Yeah.
is that tension when you come into those shows. Like, even as soon as you enter, you're like, oh, I don't want to be on an aisle. I don't want to be too close because I don't want to be picked out. Like,
No.
I think most audience members carry that and you
Yeah.
just relieve it instantly.
Instantly, because I hate being picked out when I'm in the crowd. I remember going to like a comedy club in New York when I was younger, and the comic got saying to me, "And what do you do?" And I had to say, "I'm a comedian."
Oh, you did?
Well, I didn't know what else to say,
I
and then I
panicked.
just got absolutely reamed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And also, it's your 15th show.
That's wild.
I know.
And you're still
Makes
so
us
young.
very.
I've almost been doing next year. I'll have been doing stand up for 20 years,
Terrifying.
and this is my 15th solo hour show.
Did I
Wow.
meet you our first year?
You met me.
What was your first festival?
My first festival? My show was called Slumber Party, and I passed around a.
I saw it. I
Did
think
you
I
see
saw
it? Yeah,
it.
I'm sure you probably
What
did.
year
'cause we
was
would have had
that?
a mutual friend.
2010 or 11?
2010. 2010, I think.
Well, I didn't move back to Melbourne until the end of 2011.
Or maybe you did
So I
see
must
it.
not have seen Slumber Party. But is that where you've got a white shirt on with a black tie? And is that poster? Are you
No,
kind of...
that's another, could be several. No, I was in pajamas in that one, and
Okay.
I passed around to pass the parcel, and the audience would open it, and then there'd be a picture of a celebrity, and I'd tell a story about them
I love
under
it.
each layer. But that wasn't in a festival managed venue. That was, I used to go and like on my hands and knees chalk like arrows to my venue or every afternoon. Then I'd fly. I'd have like 2 sold tickets. Then I'd pack it with like backpackers, so they didn't understand any of the references.
Oh, I love it.
So-
You're
How-
so
How many,
hungry.
what capacity were the venues then?
It was probably like probably could have fit 100.
Right.
But
That's pretty
I wasn't
good.
getting 100. Yeah.
I was
because
playing
it was
20
a
seats.
bar.
Oh, right,
It was
right,
a
right.
bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't part of the festival.
Yeah.
And then my next year was the Forum in the ladies' lounge to 28.
Yeah. No, I was underneath you in the pizza room.
Pizza room.
Racial stereotyping. And I was just reminiscing about, and I said it to you, we all used to meet up after our shows at Pie Face.
At Pie Face.
Pie Face and a Pinot.
Pie Face and a Pinot. We used to have drinks at the bar next to Pie Face,
Mm.
and Em would whip a little $5 out of her purse, and our friend Thomas would always be going to Pie Face. Well, he would always be going to Pie Face, and she'd be like, "Get mummy a Pie Face. Get mummy a Pie Face and a Pinot." And it was the best.
It was.
I remember last night saying to my tour manager, like, normally on a Sunday, like back in the day, we'd all be like texting, being like, where are we meeting up?
Yeah.
Pie face.
Pie face.
You know, and, you know, we'd be hanging out on a Sunday night. It's not like that anymore. Or maybe it is for younger comics.
No, she wouldn't have those kind of trans fats these days.
Are there even pie face around anymore?
I think so.
Oh,
I think,
okay, you both know.
well, if you go out to Northland, and I think you'll see probably there's a pie face there.
I feel like the one we used to go to, is that not still there near Harry Canary? Is it even Harry Canary anymore?
Baby, Harry Canary's not been there for so
No,
long. It's a
no.
luau bar. Harry Canary's now a luau bar. And then
Oh.
Harry Little Sister's got another name. It was Harry Little Sister we used to go to.
I know, I loved it. We were at the back table at the back, and it was just all the queers, and because we wouldn't really be allowed to hang out with the straights.
Yeah.
And we go to Hi-Fi Bar every now and then, like if we were allowed to get dressed up.
Yes, that's
There was a
right.
theme.
If there was a theme, we'd go.
But it was fun because we didn't all say to each other, because whenever we were around straight male comics, it would always just be, how many tickets have you sold? Who's your manager? What room are you in?
Yeah.
Are you doing the gala? La, la, la.
Yeah.
But we would all get around each other and just, we wouldn't even talk
Wasn't
about our
competitive.
shows. No.
No, because we weren't even at the point of competitive yet. We were all so new.
Yeah, yeah.
We were just kind of like enjoying it and having wines and pies.
Wines and pies.
Guys, get mummy a Pinot Gris and a pie. I'll never forget that.
It was just all the time. So when you said that on stage, look, it's been 15 years, I'm like, fucking hell.
It's insane.
I know, but you've covered, like, what's next?
Well, because all my shows are autobiographical.
I
so
know.
I'm like, I've mined my entire life for material. So I'm like, what is
Does
next?
Jack know you talk about his dick so much?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I think it's quite complimentary.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it, but I was just surprised. Like I said to Michael, oh yeah, he's really going into a graphic description of Jack's penis.
Well, I need it for the callback in the Rocky Horror.
Oh no,
bit.
it's so worth it.
It was amazing
It was
how much. If you
amazing.
want to see a dick joke that delivers and delivers and delivers,
Yeah.
just when you think there can't be
cannot.
another twist,
Yeah.
pun
Yeah.
intended, on
No,
this dick joke.
I milk it dry.
Hi, gay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, he hasn't seen the show yet though.
Oh, that'd
That's
be
what I was
exciting.
getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he gonna?
I hope so.
Well,
He's
Scott
com-
doesn't see all my shows, so I
He's
mean,
coming
it's
on
off.
Thursday.
Are you
but
going to say the jokes as written?
Yeah, he has heard that joke.
Amazing.
I might, tease it up a bit more about the.
Make him stand up.
Would you let the crowd know that he's there?
I sometimes do, and then sometimes if he comes with me on the road, and he'll sit in the wings, and I'll call him out. Although last time I think I did that, he actually grabbed the microphone out of my hand, and he has this line that he says that is very cute, that he's got like prepared, that he always says in like if he pops up in interviews, he goes, "You're experiencing the show, I live the show."
Oh, my children say that.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
When I say to my kids, have you listened to the podcast this week? They go, no, we live it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack will go like, "What did you talk about on the radio tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't remember." And he's already glazed over. I'm like, great.
Imagine me
I
live.
remember being shocked when you were on the radio in Perth and that like your family wouldn't have it on in the day. To me, that was so startling at the time. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up. No, but I mean, anyone would.
You were the only member of my family at the National Press Club address, so I don't know why that would shock you in any way, shape or form.
Let's move on. It is. The other great reason to see Joel now is
Smooth.
also you look like you're having so much fun. Like,
I was.
It doesn't like I would think.
Can we have air conditioning? Mummy's hot. Thank you.
For me, I would think it's like season 15 of a television show, and I would be like so over it. But you feel so light on your feet, and
Well, I don't do heaps of stand up year round.
right.
Is that a lie? Is that a lie?
No, you are a gig pig.
Yeah. Okay.
Are
No, I
you
do.
one of those
This man
ones?
gigs. You're the hardest working. I don't know why you constantly call yourself lazy. You are the hardest working man in comedy.
Oh, thank you.
Honey.
I do a lot of I guess I do a lot of corporates. Radio keeps
You're
the match
in
fit.
Orange just recently.
I was in Orange.
Yeah.
I did a
Orange
week in
Pride.
Adelaide. I just filmed Taskmaster, which was the best fun ever.
I'm assuming they're gonna eventually one day run out of comics and ask me.
You'd be great.
has
I've
to
already
get
said
to the
them.
end of it.
I've already said to them
They won't.
and would be hilarious.
I think the host may have an issue with that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but the host gives you I copped it so hard all week.
Yeah.
Rose.
He and I went at it.
Oh my gosh. Oh really?
In hard chat, yeah.
Well, it might be good.
Maybe.
Might be good. He loves that. He loves that back and forth. It was like a holiday for me. The others were like exhausted, I think. And I was like, I had a week off radio. I was like, this is heaven.
So you love Taskmaster?
I loved it. I can't wait for it to come out.
When's it come out?
Later in the year, I guess.
I thought it just started. Oh,
no,
no,
that's
this is the previous.
the Lisa McCune one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you on that.
Yeah.
Because you are good quick on the feet.
You
Well,
also
I've
were in a
played lots.
musical in the past calendar year. Was that the
Oh
past
yeah, I
calendar
did
year?
Rocky Horror last
Wow.
year with Jason
This
Donovan.
guy's lazy. You know, he doesn't do much.
That is insane.
Doing daily
and
national
you had
radio.
not, the radio was fully all go at that time. You did the radio, then did Rocky
Yeah,
Horror.
I don't take any days off radio unless.
There was a time you were doing Radio Comedy Festival and Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
I was
die.
doing that.
I was so worried about you. He was just vibrating. Like Joel was just existing
live
on vibes.
Coffee. Yeah.
It was just fumes and vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'd be like,
Oh, flat white.
hi, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, gee, he's gonna die.
Yeah. Rocky Horror was the best 3 months of my life, genuinely.
I mean, let's be real. If you could be a full-time Broadway performer, you would.
Absolutely.
You just don't have the singing voice, but that doesn't stop you.
No, I
Doesn't
still
stop
give it
a lot of
crack,
people.
and I'm finding ways into musicals that through back doors and stage
Spoken
doors
word.
and stuff.
Strong
Yeah,
at
And also,
spoken
not
word.
every role is Elphaba. I mean, like, there's
I know,
plenty
but
of.
we want every role to
Most
be-
musicals are structured so that there's at least a few roles that can cater for people that don't have
I
those
think they're doing that
content
more
rights.
and more now.
Yeah, you'd
'Cause
be
they know
mad
there's
not
people
to.
like us that really want.
And the musical theatre purists love it when people like Joel and I walk into
You're
musicals.
like, hey.
They love that we can come up through Whopper or Nida and do all the shit community productions. They fucking love it when we land the plum rolls with
Yes.
absolutely no qualifications.
Did you didn't get bored of the show at all?
No,
Because you
never.
sometimes wonder whether if you had to do a long run of a musical.
I wouldn't cope.
Yeah.
I worried I'd get bored.
No, I didn't. I watched the show every night.
Do you
Wow.
do
Yeah.
you feel like you're in kind of like this beautiful rhythm and routine and it just becomes like rote?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you rely on it?
And you've got this cast, you've got this family.
That's what
Also,
appeals to me.
It's not a very long show. Rocky
Oh,
Horror,
right, of course.
As well. It's
Yeah.
like 45-minute first act, 35-minute second act. So it's not like
Done.
I'm going
Right.
through Les Mis every night.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just fabulous. And also, the bonus of being in a musical is you suddenly have an office in the city. You have your dressing room that's like you have an office smack bang in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
It was so convenient. I was like dropping stuff into the Athenaeum during the day.
Yeah.
I was working out of there. If my hairdresser, Stavros, is downstairs.
Still?
Yeah, still with Stavros.
Oh my God.
So if I went to Stavros and then I have some time to kill before radio, I'd go up to my dressing room and just do some work from there. It's the added bonus that no one talks about music
You'd be into it. You'd Beyonce it and put some like
It would end up looking like this
draping.
after the first day.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Flowers.
Yeah. And you were handing over to Friedrich from Sound of Music.
Yes, Friedrich.
Incredible. Nicholas Hammond.
Nicholas Hammond, 74 was my understudy. And his wife was across the road playing Madame Morrible in Wicked. It was like, yeah, it was all very
yes.
incestuous.
His
and
wife, Robin
wonderful.
Nevin, Australian
so
screen and
good.
stage icon.
Robin
my
Nevin.
God.
It is somewhat surprising that you and he would be playing the same role.
I know, we
but
gave
it does
very different
make a
versions of
certain
it.
kind of perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
He's actually
God.
been doing it for years. He's like been the narrator for years.
Because was Miff also the no?
Miff was the
no.
I replaced Miff.
Okay, yeah.
And then Peter Hellier then Dylan Alcott replaced me, and then Peter Hellier
Right,
replaced Dylan.
right.
And then Gretel did the final week.
Well,
Colleen.
Colleen, yeah.
oh, God.
Because she's done it before as well.
Now, we're going to keep you here for sealed section because we're about to bust open the US political nerve that lies within us. Another side to you that people are unaware of. Joel and I have we bond over Drag Race, we bond over just divas, but to find very similar with you, because you don't have the Drag Race string to your bow.
don't.
Doesn't
Do you
care,
not?
doesn't watch.
Do you not?
Nah.
It's strange. I
Really?
can't explain it.
Are you up
Doesn't
to
care.
date?
Yeah, of course.
Who are you going for?
I already told you. Who am I going for in the current season? Oh, but I'm put on the spot.
Anya. You're going for Anya Nerve.
No.
Oh, really?
So I like Sam.
Oh, you like Sam Star. I
Yeah.
like Sam Star too.
I love Sam Star.
Yeah.
I
thought
like
you'd be going-
Anya, but I feel like
I think Anya's going to win. Regardless.
yes. Well, she's Rue's favourite. She's pet.
Yeah.
She's the pet of the season. Like
Yeah.
Rue always picks favourite. I do love
Do you
Sam.
like Susie too?
Susie too.
Same. Everyone thinks I love Susie too.
I don't.
And I'm like,
Because she's
I don't mind her.
she's first of all like she's Aldi Jinx, and
Yes.
secondly, although I have to say in the makeover challenge, her and her mum, that was so painful to watch. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
That was so sad.
I know.
The mum doesn't like her.
I know.
The mum doesn't watch her. So with Drag Race, there's a week where you do like family
I've
resemblance.
seen it, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they bring a member of your
They're
family
drag-
in.
they're men
They're
in
drag
wigs.
queens, men in. They're not real women, but they look at,
Really?
Some are.
What do they do with their bits?
Some
some
are. They
are,
tuck
actually,
it.
yeah.
Have you heard of tucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then RuPaul is this very famous drag queen
RuPaul
who
Charles.
hosts it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
no.
have heard of tucking because one time when I was in drag, you went, you should have tucked.
You had
Was
a
that when you were-
meaty tuck.
okay.
Yeah. No, so you bring a family member in and you've got to look the same. Anyway, they bring in one contestant's mother and the mum can't look them in the eye, has never seen them do drag, says is cold. She's cold, has to put a shawl.
She's cold. But then the weirdest part is her son, who's her drag name is his mum's name.
He named himself after her.
Wow.
Yeah, Susan.
That feels eatable.
Susie.
Yeah, it was, and I think everyone watching who found Susie a bit insufferable was like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, babe. No, but
Yeah.
I'm not going for Susie Toot. I don't think she's as good as everyone thinks she is.
I should love Susie Toot on
Yeah,
paper,
'cause
and,
she's-
and compared to loads of other queens,
Oh,
I
she's
prefer
excellent,
her.
yeah.
But yeah, no.
No. Sam.
Trinity's daughter.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of
and I love
course
Trinity and I love Alyssa. Old
Yeah.
school, proper Southern drag queen, Southern women. Can't go past it. And Sam's mum coming in because I want Dolly.
Oh yeah, Sam's
Give me
mum,
the Dolly wig.
They had practiced, those two.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
But also there was like, they're all best friends. Like this is the new generation of gay men who's like, one of their fathers took them to their first drag show across the road from his office.
Yeah.
You're like, it's like that, it's that generation.
How far away are we from the era where the parents watched the early seasons of
and
Drag
found
Race?
out they were on it.
No.
Oh.
And then,
Oh, a kid?
yeah, like watched it with a little kid that's now grown up to be.
Oh, I reckon we were there almost.
Like you're trying with Leo. Who knows if you'll succeed?
Well, it's only been on air 15 years.
Yeah, right.
So
But if
they'd
you-
have to be...
yeah,
I
if you're
think Sam
10.
Star's like sort
Yeah,
of like
maybe.
that.
I mean, I would be that generation of parent.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know if any drag
You'd be,
queen...
it creeps up.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait
People,
for that.
I get full adults coming up to me saying, "Oh, my mum used to watch Offspring." Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's horrendous.
I get people come up to me like at bars and stuff and saying, "I grew up watching you
yeah.
on TV."
I know. It's terrifying.
what?
I know.
But it's possible.
It is
But
possible.
Don't tell me that.
I know. The 2000s were a long time ago. You're 2010s.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Thank
Calm
God.
down.
Sorry.
Also, he's only 34.
Yeah.
Oh, that is wild.
I'm 40. We are 46,
I mean, you look very
sir.
much, if not younger, but 15 comedy
This
festivals.
conversation's going like this. Like,
I know. Sorry, I know.
He's not sure.
No.
We're trying to go. No, it's, I don't know. Why were we talking about Drag Race? Oh, that's what we bond over.
No,
And
US politics. The last time I
Yes.
saw Joel, you were wearing Kamala merch.
Yes,
And
I was.
at that point,
I was,
the election was yet to be decided.
I was certain. I was
I think
telling
it's
people
even
the day
more of a
before.
collector's item now, though, that
I know it.
T-shirt.
She did great merch.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen and have been saying it for years. But
She had.
coming up next in the sealed section, we will be discussing Joel's obsession with one particular CNN anchor. Which you will not believe the depths, and just discussing the state of play in general. And also we'll be going through a couple of your spicy Sunday low stakes hot takes. But before we get to sealed section, one more plug for your show
Yes.
in Melbourne. Are you taking it anywhere else?
I'm taking it. I'm Sydney, Chatswood,
Oh.
Brisbane.
My mother-in-law will be thrilled.
great.
She
Let her
loves
know.
Chatswood.
Yeah, she does.
Perth and Brisbane. It's
Oh,
good.
so you're
Thanks for
going
being
everywhere.
here. Yeah, I've only done Adelaide.
Yeah,
so far.
plug.
Thanks for being here. livenation.com.au. I'm not passing away. I just thought it was a cute title.
No, I love the title.
It's great.
Yeah.
And I love why you named it. And this is a whole new side to Creasey. And some of the jokes.
Oh,
I literally fell off my
and
chair.
the rate of jokes.
The rate of
Like,
jokes.
Oh, thanks.
No, professional.
yeah.
It was so, but I always know that. I
Killer
said to Michael,
line
yeah.
every 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh,
Seriously,
thanks.
I thought.
Yeah, no.
We were beside ourselves.
Absolutely wonderful. And just stories in there that you wouldn't expect to hear. There's some about me. There's some about elephants.
There's a lot about elephants.
Joel's obsessed with elephants.
Yeah, we should have done that in the sealed section next time.
Wait, no, we can do that too.
Okay.
We can talk about your obsession with African elephants. Yeah. I love it. Who knew? He's up on all the current events, gang.
If
Yeah.
you were listening to this on Thursday, you could go this night and then see how it plays with Jack in the room.
Oh, this is coming out Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to get along tonight, grab yourself a ticket.
Yes, sit next to Jack.
If you're not a member of Emsolation Extra, why not? I mean, we've been pushing this long enough. Just do it. Just subscribe. It's like $2 a week. Just do it. Why not?
Do it.
Otherwise, we'll catch you next week. Thank you very much, Joel Creasey.
Thank you, gorgeous.
No worries.
Sisters.
Extra.
It's Emsolation Extra.
Hey Emsolators, every Tuesday on our premium service Emsolation Extra, Em answers your questions in our Ask Em Anything episodes. Here's a sample of what you're missing out on.
Liz, are there any genuinely good people from Radioland? Is there anyone you'd work with again outside of radio or you wish you'd had the chance to work with? Yeah, I mean, Ben Wasley is a prime example of good people in radio. And I did yoink him all those years ago and brought him with me.
I am blessed.
I mean, if I have to specifically name check, Ella Hooper is a good person, but I mean, she was a muso before she became radio.
True.
I'm trying to think of people who didn't cause me trauma. The list is small.
Amy Goggins, we've mentioned her before.
Sam Mack. You know, I would like to have made a show with Will Anderson. Again, though, comedian, not so much a radio person. He and I have a special kind of chemistry also, but Will survived much better in Radioland because he's a good-looking straight white guy.
Yeah.
So I think he probably, but he also could see how it was damaging to me. I would like to have had a chance to have Will as a co-host just because in an odd way, I find him the most generous of people to have shared a mic with, having been on his and him being on mine. He's a great listener. A lot of the time comics are just waiting for their moment to jump in.
Yeah.
Whereas he really listens. But I mean, Will is one of the most complex, hurt, smart, incredible people I've ever met. And he carries a lot in his body in terms of what he's been through. When you're that smart, your brain can't help but turn in on itself every now and then. Yeah. He's so smart. It's terrifying. I don't even think you all get the surface of that man, the depth of his intelligence. And I think when you're that smart and you see so much, it's hard not to feel the weight of the world all the time. Who else? I'm trying to think of in the enjoyable. I mean, the early days of when I got to do the M. Rusciano radio show, which was my own kind of national show at night. That was kind of me. That was super fun. I'm sure there were lots of people along the way. I always love the IT guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's lots of support people that if we mention you
won't know them.
You won't know them.
Yeah, but I just as with always, I make friends with the crew straight away because they're my people. They're nerds. They're so passionate. They're working in one specific area that is so niche to performance, like the lighting guy, the sound guy. They're not normal people.
No.
They're as pedantic as I am. And so I can go to my sound guy and say, there is a low-level hissing in my left ear when the bass plays. Got it. But if you went and said that to the layperson, they'd be like, you psycho.
Gorgeous Andrea in the tech department.
I still run into Andrea every now and then. She's
her.
So great. Yeah, all the tech people I always made friends with. And the production guys I used to love going in and editing with. Yeah, it was generally the people who made me sound good or who worked for this show that didn't have any kind of ego or skin in the game in that. It was their job to do the radio, but it was lower stakes for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely there's so many great people that work in radio that aren't on air or managing the on-air talent. The worst of us are the on-air and the people that manage the on-air. That's where all the shit goes down.
Yeah.
But everyone kind of below that.
So many quality people.
There were some questionable people in sales at the time. A lot of men in sales going, that's a lot of long lunches.
Real estate vibe.
And a lot of the times, perhaps they would come in and ask us for a pitch and then steal our pitch to use for a national campaign for another radio station. Don't say the name. Ben saw it happen. Saw my IP stolen and given to a huge show. And he's like, that was your idea. I said, I know. And I also, there's a paper trail on that idea as well. And if I wanted to push it, but I was in so much, that was not a battle I wanted to fight with that person. Remember?
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
But when I'd hate to think the people that I did work with at the time, when I did talk about, oh God, it was so hard, it was so traumatic, I wish I could reach out to them all and just be like, but not you.
Yeah.
You made me sound good and you made sure that things were edited correctly. And yeah, it was just people the closest to the show and having to manage us on air. We all just clashed so much because everybody had an agenda, basically.
And no agendas were revealed. You didn't know who you were talking to or what they were doing behind the scenes.
But my God, the people, the crew, as we'll call them, the people who crewed the show were some of the best people I've ever worked with and made me feel like I was in a team as well.
And some of the lovely day announcers as well that are just
That's true.
doing the hard slog every day.
That's true. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to. I would hate to think that I'm forgetting people that were just so. I always love the receptionists who have usually been there for 58 years.
Oh, yeah.
I used to love walking in and saying good day to the receptionist.
Julie.
Julie.
She's now living in Bali.
Good.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Shit Julie would have seen.
Oh, my God.
The legal counsel I spent a bit of time with. Particular a lady named Tanya who doesn't work there anymore. She later on became my lawyer. MC was always lovely.
Oh, yeah, MC is lovely.
Mike Christensen.
Yeah.
You're right. The day announcers were great. Yeah, there was some definite gems there. It was the same, I would say, it was like 3 people who managed us and then a few of the co-hosts.
Yeah.
And 1 or 2 producers. Stop speaking now. Next question.
Don't do
it. This is from Joe. If you were able to travel back in time to talk to Breakfast Radio M and give her words of encouragement and support and to offer her advice on what to do, what would you tell her? It's funny, Christine and I were just discussing now the women we've become and the women we needed when we were at our most vulnerable in the industry. I would go back and tell her
To hear the rest and get access to all the others, including full video episodes and our main weekly and sealed section episodes, and a stack of other perks, just head to emsolation.supercast.com now. Emsolation with Em Rossiano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios. Hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas. Executive produced by Benjamin Wasley. Produced by Em Rossiano. Edited by Ezekiel Fenn with videos by James Henderson. Socials by Benjamin Wasley, Em Rossiano and Marcella Rossiano Barrow with assistance from Jem Evans and Isabella Hines. You'll find links to get more Emsolation on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. And thanks for listening. We can't wait to chat with you again soon.